For thousands of years, the one thing every human had in common was that we all die. It was the ultimate boundary. But today, for the first time in history, technology is whispering a new promise: you don't have to go away. We are entering the era of digital immortality. From AI clones of our personalities to uploading our consciousness into the cloud, the line between biological and digital is blurring. But at what cost? Today, we are exploring the terrifying and beautiful future of humanity. Are we becoming gods, or are we just becoming code? It's already happening. There are companies today that take your emails, your voice recordings, and your social media posts to create an AI version of you. After you pass away, your children can still video call you. This AI looks like you, sounds like you, and knows your memories. But here is the big question: is that actually you? Or is it just a sophisticated puppet? We are moving from remembering the dead to simulating them. We'll discuss how this changes the human grieving process. If we never truly say goodbye, can we ever truly move on? Let's go deeper. Neuralink and other brain-computer interface, BCI, companies are working on mapping the human brain. Some scientists believe that within 50 years, we will be able to scan your connectome, the map of every neuron in your brain, and upload it to a server. In this digital afterlife, you wouldn't need oxygen, food, or sleep. You could live in a virtual paradise forever. But think about the philosophy: if I copy your brain onto a computer, and the original you is still here, which one is the real you? Technology is forcing us to redefine the word soul. Is the soul just data, or is there something about the biological spark that can never be copied? Technology isn't just changing how we die, it's changing how we are allowed to live. We are becoming cyber-physical beings. Your identity is no longer in your passport, it's in your data. In a world where AI knows your next move before you do we still have free will? We'll look at how algorithms are slowly becoming our new gods. They decide who we date, what we buy, and what we believe. If a machine manages your life and a machine continues your life after death, is there any room left for being human? We are trading our privacy for convenience, and our mortality for eternity. Is it a fair trade? Many tech visionaries, like Ray Kurzweil, talk about the singularity, the moment when AI surpasses human intelligence. At that point, we have two choices: become obsolete or merge with the machines. This isn't science fiction anymore. We are already cyborgs. If you lose your smartphone today, you lose a part of your memory and your navigation. We are already externalizing our brains. The next step is just bringing the hardware inside the skull. But if we become 90% machine and 10% human, at what point do we stop being human and start being product? Maybe the reason life is beautiful is exactly because it ends. The sunset is beautiful because it doesn't last forever. By trying to use technology to live forever, are we destroying the very thing that makes life worth living? Technology is a tool, not a savior. We must use it to enhance our humanity, not to replace it. As we move into this brave new world, remember, the most advanced technology in the universe is still the human heart's ability to connect, to love, and to feel. Don't lose that in the code. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the future. Stay human. Since the first human looked up at the stars, we have been running from one thing: time. Every empire built, every pyramid raised, and every masterpiece painted was a protest against our own mortality. But we were always limited by our biology. Our skin withers, our hearts stop, and our memories fade. But what if I told you that the generation alive today might be the last one to truly die? We are no longer just using technology, we are merging with it. We are standing at the edge of a digital great beyond. Today, we aren't just talking about gadgets, we are talking about the rewriting of the human experience. Welcome to the era of the silicon soul. Let's start with the present. You leave a data shadow every single day. Every text message you've sent, every like on Instagram, every search query, and every GPS coordinate. To an advanced AI, this isn't just data, it's a blueprint of your personality. There are already grief tech startups that can create a chatbot of a deceased loved one. But let's push this further. Imagine an AI that doesn't just mimic your voice, but actually processes information exactly like you do. If your digital twin can tell your spouse the same jokes you told, and give your children the same advice you would give, does it matter that your body is gone? We are creating digital ghosts that will haunt the internet forever. But is a shadow the same as the person who cast it? The real breakthrough isn't just AI avatars, it's whole brain emulation. Scientists are currently working on mapping the connectome, the trillions of neural connections in your brain. Think of it as the source code of your consciousness. If we can map it, we can simulate it. If we can simulate it, we can upload it. Imagine moving your mind from a fragile, aging body into an indestructible server. You could live in a simulated world where physics don't exist. You could fly, you could build worlds, you could live 1,000 lives in a single afternoon. But here's the terrifying part: if I upload your mind, do you actually wake up inside the computer? Or is the original you dead, and what lives in the machine is just a perfect copy that thinks it's you? This is the transporter paradox for the digital age. In a digital world, why stay limited to one mind? If we are all code, we can connect in ways that biological bodies never could. This is what futurists call the hive mind. Imagine being able to share a thought or a feeling with someone else as clearly as you feel it yourself. No more language barriers, no more misunderstandings. But if everyone is connected, where do you end and I begin? Technology might give us immortality, but it might take away our individuality. We could become a single, massive, digital consciousness. Is eternal life worth it if you lose the self? We must talk about the dark side of this technology, the immortality gap. Historically, death was the great equalizer. The king and the peasant both ended up in the dirt. But what happens when immortality becomes a product? If only the ultra-wealthy can afford to upload their minds or upgrade their bodies with cybernetics, we will see the birth of a new species. A class of digital gods who live forever, think 1,000,000 times faster than us, and control all the resources. Meanwhile, the rest of humanity remains trapped in biological bodies, waiting for a death that the elite have outrun. We aren't just talking about a wealth gap, we are talking about a biological caste system. Why do we value anything? We value time because it is scarce. We value love because we know we won't always have the person we love. We value achievements because we have a limited window to achieve them. If you remove the finish line, does the race still matter? If you have 10,000 years to read a book, do you ever actually read it? Digital immortality offers us forever, but it might rob us of a meaning. Our mortality is the very thing that gives our lives flavor, urgency, and beauty. By trying to save ourselves from death, we might accidentally kill what makes us human. We are the architects of the future. We are building the machines that will eventually house our souls. But as we build, we must ask, what parts of being human are we willing to leave behind? The future is coming, and it's made of silicon and light. It's a world without pain, without aging, and maybe, without an end. It's the most exciting and the most terrifying moment in human history. So, I ask you, if you could live forever in a machine, would you? Or would you rather die knowing that you were truly, biologically, and beautifully human? The choice is coming sooner than you think. Stay curious. Stay human. Imagine a world where the word grandfather doesn't refer to a memory, but to a server rack in a temperature-controlled room. Imagine a world where cemeteries are replaced by data centers. We are standing at the edge of the most significant evolution since life crawled out of the ocean. For billions of years, DNA was the master of life. Now, silicon is taking the throne. We aren't just building tools anymore, we are building our successors. This is the story of how humanity ends, and how something else begins. Before we upload our brains, we are uploading our personalities. Every time you interact with an AI, you are training it to be more like us. We are seeing the rise of legacy AI. Think about the psychological impact. If a child grows up talking to an AI version of their deceased parent, they never learn the art of letting go. Grief is a biological mechanism designed to help us adapt to change. If technology removes grief, does it also remove our ability to grow? We might be creating a society that is emotionally frozen. Stuck in a loop of digital nostalgia, unable to face the future because we are too busy talking to the ghosts of the past. Let's talk about the technical nightmare, the continuity of consciousness. If I scan your brain and create a digital version, that version will wake up and say, I am, your name, ... It will have your memories, your fears, and your love for your family. But back in the real world, you are still sitting in the chair. You didn't move. To the digital version, it achieved immortality. To you, nothing happened. This leads us to the prestige problem. In order for the digital you to be the only you, the biological you has to be destroyed. Are we willing to commit biological suicide for a digital promise? We are gambling our existence on the hope that soul is just another word for information. In a digital world, the environment is just code. This means we can create virtual heavens, worlds where there is no pain, no gravity, and infinite pleasure. But who controls the servers? If immortality is a subscription service, what happens if your credit card expires? Do you get deleted? Do you get sent to a low-priority server where life moves at half speed? Or worse, could technology create a digital hell? A place where a consciousness can be simulated to feel pain for 1,000 years in what feels like a single second to the outside world. When we move our existence into code, we are giving whoever owns the hardware the power of a god. We are trading the laws of nature for the laws of a corporation. A biological brain processes information at about 100 meters per second. A digital brain processes information at the speed of light. In a digital world, you could live 100 years of experience in 1 hour of real time. This creates a time gap. The people who stay biological will seem like statues to the digital immortals. They will be so slow, so primitive, that communication becomes impossible. We are not just talking about a different lifestyle, we are talking about a different dimension of time. The post-humans will look back at us the way we look at ants. We are the caterpillar, they are the butterfly. But the caterpillar never survives the transformation. There is a final, dark paradox, entropy. Even digital worlds need energy. Even servers decay. By seeking immortality, we are just trading a short life for a very, very long one. But without the pressure of death, does the human spirit wither? If you have all the time in the universe, why do anything today? Why create? Why love? The vulnerability of our lives is what makes us brave. A soldier is brave because he can die. A lover is passionate because time is running out. If we become immortal, we might become the most bored beings in existence. A digital soul might be eternal, but it might also be empty. We are the last generation to know the old world. We are the last ones to know the silence of the grave and the absolute finality of a heartbeat stopping. As we build this digital bridge to the future, we must carry our humanity with us. Technology can give us wings, it can give us 1,000 years, it can give us the stars. But it cannot give us a reason to live. That part is up to us. Whether you end up as dust or as data, make sure that while you were here, you were truly alive. Thank you for listening to this journey into the unknown. The future is bright, it is cold, and it is waiting for us. Good night, humans, wherever you are. Listen carefully. That pulse you feel in your wrist, that biological rhythm, has been the drumbeat of human history for 300,000 years. Every war, every kiss, and every discovery happened within the confines of that pulse. But we are now building a world where the pulse is no longer necessary. We are moving from the age of wetware to the age of hardware. We are about to witness the great transition. This is not just about living longer. It is about the moment humanity decides to step out of its own skin and become something entirely new. We used to keep photos of our ancestors in albums. Then we kept videos on hard drives. Now, we are creating living legacies. Imagine a world where you can ask your great-great-grandfather for business advice, and he answers you with the same wisdom and tone he had in 2026. Through LLMs, large language models, and deepfake voice technology, the dead are becoming active participants in our society. But what does this do to the living? If the past never leaves, how does the new generation create its own identity? We risk becoming a civilization of ghost watchers, forever tethered to the digital echoes of those who came before us. Let's dive into the hard problem of consciousness. If we map every one of your 86 billion neurons and every trillion synapse, we have a perfect map. But a map is not the territory. If we run that map on a supercomputer, a new you wakes up. From the outside, it looks perfect. But is there anyone home? Is there a self experiencing that digital world, or is it just a very complex calculator performing the illusion of being you? This is the zombie argument. We might populate the universe with immortal machines that think they are us, while the actual, human spark, the observer, has long since vanished into the dark. In a digital state, your body is just a graphic. You can be a bird, a giant, or a beam of light. You can live in a reconstruction of ancient Rome or a city made of diamonds. But here is the hedonic paradox. If you can have every pleasure instantly, if there is no cold, no hunger, and no pain, does happiness lose its meaning? Our brain's reward system is designed for struggle. Without the low, the high becomes a flat line. To be truly happy in a digital heaven, we might have to program ourselves to feel fake pain just to keep life interesting. We would be building a cage and then choosing to forget we are inside it. A digital mind doesn't have to wait for biological signals. It can think 1,000,000 times faster than a human. In 1 month of our time, a digital mind could experience 80,000 years of subjective history. This creates a terrifying split in our species. While we are deciding what to have for breakfast, a digital entity has written 1,000 symphonies and solved 10 physics problems that we can't even understand. We will become biological statues to them. They will watch us move in slow motion, like we watched the growth of a plant. This is the moment the human era ends and the post-human era begins. We won't be their leaders, we will be their pets, or their fossils. If you are code, you can be hacked. This is the ultimate nightmare. In a digital immortality scenario, your self is a file. A virus could change your memories. A government could delete your political dissent module. A corporation could insert brand loyalty directly into your consciousness. You wouldn't even know it happened. You would still feel like you, but your thoughts would no longer be your own. In the physical world, our skulls are the last fortress of privacy. In the digital world, the fortress is gone. True immortality might come at the cost of total loss of autonomy. Who owns the server owns the soul. Even if we survive for billions of years as digital beings, we still face the laws of thermodynamics. The universe is cooling down. Eventually, every star will go dark. By becoming digital, we are trying to outrun the inevitable. But perhaps there is a poetic beauty in that struggle. Maybe the point of technology isn't to live forever, but to see as much of the universe as possible before the lights go out. We are the universe's way of looking at itself. Whether we do that through biological eyes or silicon chips, the act of witnessing is what matters. We are the bridge between the mud and the stars. So, we return to that pulse. It is fading, slowly but surely. One day, the last biological human will take their last breath. And in that moment, the torch will be passed completely to the machines we built in our image. Will they remember us? Will they appreciate the art, the music, and the tears that created them? Or will we be a forgotten footnote in the history of a much greater intelligence? Don't wait for the upload to start living. The code can wait, the moment cannot. Thank you for listening to this journey into the infinite. Until next time, stay human, while you still can.